Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Ramadan Mubarak to everyone. I hope everyone's doing well this Ramadan. I believe we're in like day 4, so Ramadan's just flying by as it seems to happen every single year. And I hope everyone's doing well and getting in their extra barakat this holy Ramadan. Okay, so alhamdulillahi nahmaduhu nasta'inuhu wa nastaghfiruh wa na'udhu billahi min shururi anfusina wa min sayyiati a'malina man yahdihillahu fahuwa muhtadi ومن يضلل فلا هادي له ونشهد ان لا اله الا الله وحده لا شريك له واشهد ان محمدا عبده ورسوله اما بعد. Okay, so I am a very big person into history. And one of the things that really got me like into my religion more was history. I've always been a big fan of history just from a bevy of things. And so the history of things really kind of resonates with me. And so this Ramadan, which I am not sure yet, but I may do a, a show after Ramadan as well, which would be similar to this. This show is going to be, I'll try to have it under half an hour. I can ramble a bit, but I will try to have it under half an hour. And after Ramadan, I will try to do the show weekly to match Jafar and Mubarak, who have their own shows. I would cover like important figures in Islam from the Sahabas, other prophets, things of that nature. Maybe sons of the Sahaba, like Abdullah ibn Umar, just other things of that nature. So I this is again short stories of the prophets. Ramadan Mubarak to everyone once again. And so obviously we start with the creation, right? The start it off, Prophet Adam, Nabi Adam. Okay, so this and disclaimer, this is not going to be the super in-depth, like I'm not going to cover every single detail about Prophet Adam that's mentioned in the Quran and the Hadith and from all the scholars and all the viewpoints. You can find a bevy of other sources that are more qualified than I am to give you a full breakdown, a full deep dive. But just a general overview of the events that surrounded the life of Prophet Adam. And we have a quiz at the end made by my good friend Layla, inshallah. So we'll do that after. It'll be, but it's not. I looked at some of the stuff. It's not super hard. So you guys, everyone should be fine, inshallah. All right. So Allah created Adam. He took clay, dirt from all over the place. And this also leads people to believe, right? Because Allah took clay from all over, all different colors of clay. People believe that Adam was black, simply because of like whenever you mix whenever you mix like all colors together, you eventually get to the color black. So people believe that Prophet Adam was black, which you can make a case for. I've seen many of accounts, and a lot of African scholars and Shia believe that Adam was indeed black. I haven't found anything to be concrete. It's not like specific colors that are like mentioned, but people believe that Adam was black. So Adam was created, and he was created, I believe it's in a narration by Abdullah ibn Umar, which says that Prophet Adam was one of the 4 things that Allah created with his hands himself. So it was the pen, paradise, the Lahi Mahfuz, and then Adam himself. So Adam is one of the 4 people or 4 things that were created by Allah's hands himself. Everything else was just more of a B, and it was. So Allah says B, and it was. And so when Adam was born, right? When Adam was born, right? Allah blew the soul into Adam, and when Allah blew the soul into Prophet Adam, Adam's first words were Alhamdulillah, right? And so his first words were giving praise to Allah, right? And so from the very beginning, right? Everyone, it's like we always say here, right? Every person is born upon the correct fitra, all right? So Prophet Adam, no different to any of you, born upon the correct fitra, and obviously first creation or the first human, Prophet Adam, he was no different than any of us. So when Prophet Adam was born, right? This is something also unique to him. All the angels had to prostrate to Prophet Adam, but this prostration wasn't like hey, like I'm worshiping someone other than Allah, because obviously it's not what we do. But it was more so of respect and reference to Prophet Adam. And as we know the story, everyone bowed to Prophet Adam, besides, of course, Iblis, who was like, listen, I'm not going to bow to some human, all right? He's made of clay, I'm made of fire, I'm better than him in every way. Even though Prophet Adam like knew everything, like Allah gave him knowledge of all the things, like he knew the names of all the things and things of that nature from his creation. But Iblis was like, listen, I'm better than him. I will not bow to him. He's a lesser creature than I am. And so I will cover these 4 main events in this PowerPoint, from Hawa, the forbidden fruit or forbidden tree, which is, we'll cover that as well. Habil and Habil, and then Shaith, which people believe there's not actually anything that links Shaith to be a prophet, but most scholars have like narrowed it down to like, okay, Sheikh's probably a prophet. Same thing with like Khidr. Like there's nothing that says explicitly that Khidr was a prophet, but the modern scholars like, yeah, we can come to understanding here that he was most likely a prophet in some way, shape, or form, right? So a common thing, right, is that people believe that Hawa was made from the ribs of Adam, which there's actually no proof of this in the Quran. We don't like the whole creation by the ribs is more of a Christian source. So it's not something that like not something that's like actually like mentioned and taught about in the Quran. So that's something that we kind of just took from other biblical sources, other Abrahamic faiths, which I haven't found anything to actually support that. And then there's belief that Hawa is the reason why girls suffer, right? The reason why women have to have their cycles and all the pains that they go through is because of the whole eating the forbidden fruit, right? And they believe that she coerced Adam to eat this fruit, and this is why all the problems that girls have today is because of their curse, which is again not found in any sources. Both of them were led astray by Shaitan, and they were led to go there and eat from this holy tree, right? This secret tree, how Shaitan had it. Like the way Shaitan was talking about it was like, hey, listen, you guys go to this tree here, right? This tree is going to turn you. Listen, you guys are humans. You're going to die eventually. This tree will turn you into angels. Like it's basically what he was telling them. Like, yeah, you guys are mortal. You're going to die eventually. And so if you eat this tree, you eat from this tree, eat fruit from this tree, you'll be okay, you'll live forever. So obviously this whole story happened, and they ended up eating the fruit, right? And my favorite part of this was, okay, Hawa, right, was created from she created from Adam, obviously. And so modern girls today, right, especially in my generation and younger, obviously, there it's just like, I guess it's not new, but it's a more like push stance against polygamy, right? And so one of their reasons forward, and one of their rationales they try to use for some reason, is Hawa, right? They talk about how when Nabi Adam wanted a wife, wanted a companion, Allah made him one wife, right? He didn't go and make him 4 wives. So a lot of them have this belief that like, listen, why didn't Allah make Nabi Adam 4 wives if we're supposed to have 4 wives? Which is, it's like, it's weird to say that people think this, because Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu had like 9 wives. So like it's not how, like, Prophet Adam's great, but the last messenger was Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu. So you follow his religion, not the religion of Prophet Adam. So I don't know why girls try this, but they do try this nonetheless. They're attempts to not be for polygamy, which I mean I can understand. Like girls are possessive, but yeah, they have this they have this thing. All right, so getting more into the forbidden tree, right? So I taught you the forbidden tree. Allah commanded them not to eat from this specific tree. They can eat from all the fruit in Jannah, all the trees in Jannah they were allowed to eat from, except for this one tree, right? And so obviously Iblis coerced them, because his entire goal, as he told Allah, listen, I will try to lead as many humans astray as possible, right? That is going to be his entire life goal, is to lead as many people astray as possible as he can. And if he succeeds, then Allah says that those people are fools. Like, so if Iblis is able to fool you and lead you to a path of sin away from proper Islam, then you have failed yourself, right? So that is the goal of Iblis. And then obviously they ate from the trees and they were sent away from heaven, right? They were sent out of heaven. And so there is another thing which I could not find was the exact places where they land, right? And where they landed. And so I was looking around, and so there's a lot of different places, but the most common places that I saw was that Prophet Adam landed somewhere in Sri Lanka, like modern day India area in Sri Lanka, and Hawa landed somewhere in like Jeddah, like in modern Arabia. So there's not any concrete like, oh, you absolutely landed here. But there's some like, I guess, consensus amongst some of the scholars and Shiites is like, hey, listen, like majority of them that I've seen, they have Adam landing somewhere in Sri Lanka and Hawa landing somewhere in Jeddah. And then eventually they meet up and they would start having kids, right? Okay. And their kids, right? Havel and Havel, right? Or Cain and Abel, as a lot of people know them from the Bible. So Havel and Havel, Havel and Havel. One was just for the occupation, right? One was a herder, right? And one was a farmer. So Havel was the farmer, and Havel was the one who raised sheep, animals, right? Which, by the way, just real quick, Prophet Adam and them, they ate sheep and other animals of that nature. Because I was told in my youth that Prophet Adam actually ate dinosaurs. So that I didn't find anything to verify this claim. Folks were they're listen. When I was a kid, they're adamant like, listen, obviously he ate dinosaurs, but I haven't found anything to substantiate this claim of Prophet Adam eating dinosaurs, especially when most of the scholars say that like Habil gave like a ripe sheep for sacrifice. And the reason why they had to give the sheep or give sacrifices is because Habil was supposed to marry Habil's sister. Habil's sister was more attractive than Habil's sister, and Habil was supposed to marry Habil's sister. So Habil wanted to marry his own sister because she's like, listen, my sister's more attractive than Habil's sister. So that's why they had to have a sacrifice. They went to their father and was like, listen, father, I want to marry her because she's more attractive. And so he was like, listen, you guys both go to this mountaintop. You offer sacrifices to Allah. And by doing so, Allah would choose which one of you is more worthy. And so they both had to go prepare their offerings to Allah. They then went there, right? And so Habil gave some rotten fruit, some rotten vegetables, and just put it up there just all haphazardly, no care in the world. And Habil gave, as mentioned before, most sources I saw was a righteous, like a very healthy sheep, right? It was a very healthy sheep, and a few other things. And so how it worked back then was because nowadays you just give like donations to the poor and needy, but Allah would like burn whatever sacrifice that he liked more, according to what I was reading. And so obviously the sheep was chosen, right? Because I mean, he gave a healthy sheep, and Habil on the other hand gave this rotten fruit. And so Habil, very jealous of him being chosen, he then was the first person to commit murder. He bashed his brother Habil repeatedly and head of a rock and killed him. Of course, he felt that instant regret because the devil's in his ears. Like, listen, you're gonna allow him to marry your sister? You should marry your sister. And so he murdered his brother and with a rock, and felt instant remorse and regret. And he didn't know what to do after the fact, and so he just let the body stay there for days upon days. And it's mentioned how Allah sent down the crows, right, to bury a body of another crow. And so that's how humans learn to do a janazah and how to cover the body and bury the body. We learned that from crows, which is mentioned in the Quran. So that was the first murder that happened in Islam, was the story of Habil and Habil, all because they were fighting over a sister, which it was like Prophet Adam said, listen, Habil's marry your sister and Habil you marry his sister. But obviously when the devil gets into your ears, starts telling you things and saying that, oh, you're better than that, you deserve more, you go against your father's wishes and Allah's wishes, then it doesn't ever go well for you. Okay. Then, all right, so it was mentioned that Hawa had about, I think it was but like 40 sets of twins. So she had a lot of kids. She had a lot of kids, alhamdulillah. And one of those kids, Shaykh, which I need to edit this later, but Prophet Shaykh is even though there's not actually anything to confirm him being a prophet in the Quran, it doesn't say like Shaykh was the prophet, but he is the son of Prophet Adam. And most scholars again believe that Shaykh was a prophet. So Shaykh was one of the pious ones, sort of like his brother Habil, right? And he was doing all the right things. And on his side, there was I'm mixing the two. I believe it was his side where the men were like not as attractive, but they were more like righteous. And then on the other side, there was a bunch of girls who were attractive on the other side, right? And so Shaykh was trying to stop them from doing certain things, but the devil was getting into the other a guy's ears, and they're talking about like, hey, listen, there's beautiful girls over there, and a devil singing to them like he's singing them these songs, which is why music is haram, because he's singing them, forcing them, hey, you guys go over there and talk to these girls and enjoy yourselves. And so they went over there and they start to enjoy themselves and have a great time with these girls, which they're not mahram. They didn't get married, all this stuff. So this is the first time we have zina, we start having fornication, all this stuff. All these like major first sins happen in with the kids of Prophet Adam. And as time goes along, which we have the hadith that every child of Adam is a sinner, right? But the best of those is those who repent. So it's important for you guys, everyone, to know that, listen, if you commit a sin, please repent to Allah. But yeah, this went on for a while, and it showed the like impact the devil has on really anyone, right? So if you let yourself get taken away, get led astray, then this could happen to you or I. And so they fell into it, and one group of boys went over one night with the girls, and they engaged in all these acts, and then they came back and were like, hey, listen, everyone, we just did something crazy, and so they told everyone about it, and then they 5 brought 10, 10 brought 20, and then so on and so forth, and that led to the things that happen today, which we see in the world, which folks is commonplace nowadays. Folks are just before they're married, not caring at all, just doing all sorts of erroneous activity before they're married. And so Prophet Adam, right, which I said it would be short, and I like to keep things brief, so people can go do other things during the month of Ramadan, because I know we're all busy. So Prophet Adam, as he got older and got older and older in age, he started to get sick. And so that is when his kids saw a group of angels. They were in all white, and they said, take us to your father. And so they came to take the kids took the angels to their father, Prophet Adam. And Hawa recognized the angel of death, Malkul Mut, which she recognized him before, so she had to like hide like Adam behind him. He's like, no, listen, it's okay. I'm older than you. I live longer than you. So my time has come for me to pass on and go and do other things in my life and go back to paradise, to Allah. And so Prophet Adam was 960 years old, and he returned to Allah. And the reason why he was 960 years old instead of 1,000 was because Prophet Adam, he saw like his entire progeny, so his entire family tree, all the people that will come after him that are his kids. And then he saw Prophet Dawood. So he was like enamored with Prophet Dawood. He's like he's a very like beautiful, handsome man. And so he wanted to give 40 of his years of his life to Prophet Dawood. And so that's why Prophet Adam only lived 960 years instead of 1,000, because he gave his 40 years to Prophet Dawood. And it said that Adam was about 60 cubits, so he was about 90 feet tall. And there was some debate if Adam was 90 feet tall in paradise or on Earth, which I didn't find the answer to. So there's no one's really sure if he was 90 feet tall on Earth or in paradise, but 90 cubits is or 60 cubits is 90 feet. So they believe that Prophet Adam was about 90 feet tall, and they have like replicas of like a possible thobe that he would wear, or a sandal, things of that nature. And so that will cover most of it. Next week, inshallah, I will cover Prophet Nuh. Just a brief overview of Prophet Nuh. He preached for 150 years, which is a long time. That's 10 years less than Prophet Adam lived. So he preached for 150 years. And despite all that, he had about 20 people tops that came with him on the ark. So after all of his years preaching and trying to give dawah to these folks, it didn't seem to have a great impact on his folks. They were kind of lost. Obviously, some of his sons were loyal, but he had that one son who was like, "Listen, Dad, I'm gonna climb to the mountaintop and just be myself." And so Prophet Nuh, he was about, I want to say, he was like 10 generations or so removed from Prophet Adam. I don't remember the exact timeline, but that was a general like I believe it's either 10 or like 100, I forget, but it was some like 10 decibel variation between Prophet Adam and Prophet Nuh. So I will go to the quiz, which is on Kahoot, which I hope I don't do terrible on, because sometimes, listen, if you all have ever done a quiz by sometimes the quizzes be quizzes be out here. It'd be out here. It'd be like, ooh, I don't know how well I'm gonna do, but inshallah, I will be okay. So let me see if I can get this up for you all as well, and I will post it into the R2F chat as well. Give me 1 second. Mm, Okay. I think I did something wrong here for this, but I should bear with me for a minute. I should get this up and running. I thought I had it, but apparently I do not have it. As this is the okay. All right. Believe we are good. Yes. Let me share my screen. What's up? Yes. Okay. All right. So I will just do the quiz myself. Um, and see how well I do, and then I'll post this quiz. If folks want to join, they can join from their phones and see how well you do as well. But it shouldn't be that complicated. Again, I was looking at some of the questions earlier, so it's not that complicated. But if you want to join, you can. If not, it's okay. I will join on my phone because what is this noise? Oh, I forgot Kahoot has the whole thing. Let me. I'm doing my phone. Okay. Give me 1 second. I thought I could do it from my computer, but I cannot, so I'll just do it on my phone. Yes. Okay. And as I go on, I will do better going forward. Okay. So I believe this quiz is like 10 questions or something like that, maybe 13, I forget. But it wasn't super complicated. It's just that. Let me post it in chat. Yes, I got you. Of course, the one time my WhatsApp is working on my computer. I love it here. I love it here. Actively trolling. Give me 1 second, inshallah. I'm gonna try to send people this. Um, yes. Okay. The code is 49282. I'm trying to. Just a moment. Just a moment. It's funny because I'm the freaking tech guy. Oh, okay. Open browser. Yes. Okay. Link should be posted now. I got you, Jaffer. Okay. And then the code is 4928208. Next time I do this, I'll have the code and stuff prior. I'll have this all in the chat. Okay. I'll wait for people to join, and then I will join as well because I actually joined again. All right, there goes Jaffer. There goes Shape Jaffer. Okay. Am I still in here? Okay. All right. I will let some other people fall in, and then we will start this code, inshallah. Let me check YouTube before I anything else. Okay, ready for this milk. All right, I like it. I like it. I like it. Um, all right. Is anyone else? Does anyone else want to join? If not, I'll start it. I'll give you like a minute or so. See how well everyone does. Because listen, one of the benefits of the R2F chat room is just the sheer amount of just things that we discuss in a regular basis. So all of it is really beneficial. All right. So on teacher here, so she joins. All right. All right. Okay. So let's see, it's 4:25. At 4:26, I'll start it. Okay. Well, I guess I can. Okay. All right. But where did I go? Out of my out of my own thing. That's crazy. That is crazy. What happened to me? Okay. Oh, it kicked me out. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. How you kick me out of my own thing? Come on. Astaghfirullah. Okay. All right. Let me start it now, inshallah. Okay, here we go. Adam alayhi salam. All right. What ilm did Allah give Adam alayhi salam? Well, can I choose the answer? Okay, I'm not gonna choose the answer, honestly. I don't want to give the answers away. It'll just tell you what answer everyone chose, which was correct at the end of it. Maybe my cursor off the way so people don't think I'm giving out answers. But I think it'd be all right, cool. Wait, can y'all not answer or how does this work? Am I the one who gets the answer? I was working who used to make more sense when I was a kid. Let me see what's going on. See what's going on before I continue. So is everyone able to answer the questions? Or is it just did it just like lag for y'all? Might be ghetto. Might be ghetto the first time. Oh yeah, Allah. Might be ghetto. Um, I think it may have worked, but I can't say with certainty that it actually worked very well because no one else answered, so I don't know. Also, there's like three of me. Okay. I will go to the next question. And see what happens. All right, is this true or false? First was uttered by Prophet Adam was mashallah. That is okay. So we have two answers this time. Okay, cool. So if you see your answer, basically you just tap on your phone, the answers. All right, cool. Yes, that was false. His first words were alhamdulillah, not mashallah. I might win by default just because I answered the first question first. All right, on to the next one. How long after a lost fashion Adam did his statue sit? Okay. I was between two answers and one seemed very long, so it's like let me go with that one. Okay, cool. So it was 40 years. All right. I was really between 40 and 400 years. I couldn't remember. I just remember it wasn't like super long. And so I was between those two. How tall was Adam? I covered this as well. Um, okay, cool. Try to I tried to incorporate some of the questions into my PowerPoint. Some of them were already incorporated into the whole PowerPoint and presentation I was doing for the show. But I didn't want to like have you. I get freaking okay. 60 cubits or 90 feet, as most modern scholars have about the Athens. Okay. Habil learned to bury the dead from a crow. Okay, checking the comments on YouTube. Because it's not working for Jaffer. Okay. All right. Well, I will, we can do it again, Jaffer. Just after my show's over. I got you, inshallah. But I'll test it before, I guess, next time. And just see which time we can have a new. Okay, answer the question also in the. Which I know because I'm doing Prophet Noah next week, inshallah.
Close my door, lady.
Alright. Prophet Adam appointed his successor. Okay. Cover him as well. I mean, low key, this was kind of a 2-for-1, honestly, with Prophet Adam and his son being covered as well, which I didn't find much on Prophet Sith, so or Shade, but I tried to do the best I could. Okay. And just names everything. Yes. Let's see. Distinction colors, no words. Oh, okay, okay, okay. So you're seeing that on like your phone or okay, because you're supposed to look at it on the screen because on the screen you see the like name of the name of stuff. But on your phone, you're only gonna see the colors and shapes. You just you're supposed to just tap it as fast as you can, or like whatever you can to see like which one you think is right. But you're supposed to look at the screen here I'm sharing on Zoom to pick your answers. So on the screen it'll have like all four. I'll show you. So like this, right? So when you'll see, or you should see all four. Excuse me. You should see all four things here on this, and your phone is just to choose your answer. It's not to actually see the questions. It's supposed to just you're supposed to go for here. My apologies. I'll explain it better in the future. That's how it's supposed to be for you guys who are having trouble with the Kahoots. Ibn Umar radhiyallahu anhu opinion that Adam among Safa and Hawa among Allah. Okay. But in the future, I will do that. Try to make it clearer for everyone, more explained. Yes. Abdullah. Okay. I'll do a video on how Kahoot works after this, inshallah, so I can explain it to everyone. Yeah. So again, you should see the thing. You should see the things on here like that to be true or false. But on your phone, you'll just see like the shapes. And you tap whatever one you feel is correct. But I'll do a video on how to use Kahoot for this. I'll have questions for all of them, inshallah. Okay. Shit, had 50 Psalms. Yeah, maybe. I don't remember. I believe it was like 104 and something and like 50. I don't remember. Something like that. But yeah, just in the future, I will do a better job explaining it to everyone. We know more going forward. Okay. And this will be the last question, and then I will okay. Wait, I'm pretty sure I just gave the answer out, but whatever. No, ignore me. Ignore. Okay. All right. So that was the quiz. Again, next week I will do the story of Prophet Noah. Don't need to see the podium, but sure. Okay, don't care. Alright, so why is it here? Next week I will do Prophet Nil, and I will continue off from here. And cover the story of Prophet Nil, and I'll try to. I'm really not sure if I'm gonna get into super in depth of like Nil, because like there's a bunch of stuff of like did like the entire like flood the entire earth, was it just part of the earth? And so if the entire flood floods the entire earth, does Nil then is Nil actually the like father of like modern generation humans? Because if all of them died and now we're all kids of Prophet Nil, then what happens there? But I will figure out if I'm gonna go super in depth into that in the next show I do. But I don't think I will, because I try to keep this short and sweet. And I've already gone over my time. So forgive me for that. Inshallah, I'll do better and I'll have it more organized as I go forward. Subhanallah walhamdulillah wa la ilaha illallah wallahu akbar wa la hawla wa la quwwata illa